promise me you'll try a little? Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll promise you that.
Yay!
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her so worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. Hey yo, we're in the class, love. The school day is ordinary as ever. It's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up on me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, You know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah. There is no way I'm going to your club. Yeah, Mimi. Sayori is vice principal of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had some interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told my club yesterday I would bring a new member. And then Suki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's as cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school upstairs in the court, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings the door open, the classroom door. Everyone! The new member's here! I told you! Shut the fuck up, Siri! I told you! Oh my god, I'm gonna turn off my phone live. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. That has to be her voice. Yeah, seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere! Oh my god. Ah, Sads, what a surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club, full of incredible, cute girls. What are you looking at? I mean, what are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it! So sorry. And that's Suki. Oh. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-grade student. That's sad. She on so many levels, bro. But I'm not gonna spoil it. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can't just ignore her when she gets moody. Yeah. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid. Seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already have no Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Sads. Monica smiles sweetly. You don't know each other well. We're friends. Sorry, I don't know whose voice is whose. Hold on. We don't. I need to turn on the slang. Hold on. We don't know each other well. We rarely talked, but we're talking. But we're in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Beautiful, smart, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Hey, yo. This is a poor guy. So having her smile at me genuinely feels a little... Hey, you too, Monica. Come sit down, Sads. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me and Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened. It's been widened so that... Oh, sorry, yeah. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space to sit next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room when Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet, sorry. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ah! Wow! Natsuki lifts the foil of the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy pancakes decorated to look like little kittens. Pancakes. Oh, sorry. The whiskers are drawn on with icing, and little pieces of chocolates are used to make their ears. So cute! I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, just hurry, take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full. Ah! How did I know? I managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet, full of flavor. I wondered if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I read this somewhere before? Made them for you or something or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe, but not for you. You know you're coming. Alright. I give up on Natsuki. Weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each and every one of us, before setting the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep the whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers give us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not true. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my best pastime for me, but at least I enjoy the tea. Sorry, what? Let me read that again. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy to be here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club feel fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. Sorry. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget, publicity, and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And it encourages others to get into literature. I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in your club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all of their effort into starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work to convince people you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can all grow this club together before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why we're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Sans, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the last few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I muttered quickly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly pops up. It looks like she wants to say something but keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid at the moment that I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up that she finds more comfort in the world of books and not people. But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you up for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Ah, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world. If you only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh, why is that?
Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What? What gives you the
idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called
Don't Say It Out Loud! Give it back!
Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is as cute as you are. Sayuri sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why didn't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You want to write them?
Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence.
That voice so fucking sincere.
The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your own work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everybody's poems. Well, we all sit down in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri quizzically look at Monika. Let's go home, write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even.
Yeah! Let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Sads? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with this. With what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Sads? You all... I am defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to have a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lit up. Yes! I'm so happy! Sayuri wraps her hands around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just come for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed.
Then let's make it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem and bring it to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over to me once more. Sad. I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Excuse me. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Sads. Since we're already here, you wanna walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart from the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls, Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstance and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick words, think, blah blah, and something good might happen with whoever the poem, blah blah. So who should I pick? Natsuki, Sayori? I think I should pick Natsuki.
Okay.
Because low-key, like, getting closer to Yuri, bruh. Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
Well, Natsuki's good. She's good.
Natsuki color. Oh.
Cute.
Oh god. Cute. Squirrel. Bunny. Mouse. Yeah. Papa! Poop. Nibble. Cheeks? Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh, she's so cute. Marshmallow. Sweets. Massacre. That's obviously Yuri. What the fuck? Sunny. Oh no. Hop? Okay. Play. Oh fuck. Childhood. Joy. Oh.
Puppy.
Puppy? Nice. And fuck! But Hi again, Sads. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, but everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for coming back and keeping your promise, Sans. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like he deserves any slack! Sayori told me you don't even want to join the clubs this year! And last year too! I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or not. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between Monica and manga. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki flops into her seat. Swiftly. Don't worry, guys. Sads always gives it his... Oh, I'm a guy. I forgot. Sads always gives it his best, and as long as he's having fun, he helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori. No, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so?
You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Totem, you and Sans can become great friends too.
Sayuri. As usual, Sayuri seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today. You know?
Oh, wait, Sayuri. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. Who's that?
Some fucking.
It's not. It's really nothing. What is it? Sorry, I think Natsuki's gonna come. I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal and it's really not. What do I do?
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It will make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bags and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I like despite me not reading much? Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now, everyone is settled in. I expect Monica to kick off with the scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayuri and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Fair enough, bookhead. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh while within the closet. She seems so annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand.
You look for something in here?
Oh, sorry. You looking for something in here?
Fucking Monica! She puts my stuff back in my spot! What's the point of keeping a collection of remains of cereals and just gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes over across the shelf. Manga. You read manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst in the stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is!
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Oh, much better! See, the box said, with one book is missing is probably the most irritating sign in the world!
I know that feel. I get closer to look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on the door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. Oh, but I'll tell you one thing, Sads. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls out the first volume of the Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me into the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
Why is that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this?
Don't say that! You make me feel weird about it.
Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin the book than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
Huh? You don't go back, flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Sometimes after I've already finished reading the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot?
Well, obviously! You think I would enjoy something that has enough plot? I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you, to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their own backstories, when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it good. There's so many touching parts.
Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but there's a lot of baking in this manga.
What?
Natsuki pauses for a moment as she doesn't want to admit something.
Yeah. What does it matter?
It doesn't, I'm just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Well, I would never get into anything because of its manga. I mean, I feel bad for anyone who's impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest for baking. Still, all of the hobbies I pick up from manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge?
Oh, she's so cute.
We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a few chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with somebody else. I always get excited when I convince any of my other friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not...
Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Please.
Sorry.
Like, I could ever get friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without some of them being like, oh, you still haven't grown over them yet. Makes me want to punch them in the face.
I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends that won't judge you, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I feel I can't even keep reading my own. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. Is it safe in the club room? Cat Monica was kind of a joke about it, except Monica. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough.
Are you going to keep reading?
Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happened.
Natsuki puts a finger on the panel.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her, since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter!
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connected with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you ready for today's poems?
Oh, come on! Could your timing be any worse?
Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just gonna give it back? Don't you wanna know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets banned, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only get part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find any inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from here as I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show it first?
Since you were by Natsuki, right?
Huh?
Sure. Maybe Natsuki because you wrote it about her.
Okay. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with some things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been other things. I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Oh. Well, I would be comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not great, but let me show you the real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki retorts, gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to announce it to the whole world that you're so self-important.
Pretty sure I never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need a poem. You need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
That's about it.
Hey,
I remember this
eagles
poem.
can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah! I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What?
Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems, is for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things, but can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice things are simple writing is the part that makes the weight on the wordplay. Like I set up the rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Well, yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her on her last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. So let's do Monica next. Let Monica feel special. Hi, Sads. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Sads. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's this sort of barrier that we'll learn to pass soon. Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem. I like it, Sads. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Ha! Oh, jeez. No. This kind of makes me think It makes me think of something that Suki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Haha. If you say so. Yep. There's a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad, but sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like written for kids, but if you think about them, they express views of the world that would apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging and get meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see the new things you try. That's the best way to find the things that suit your style. Everyone else might have a little bias towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find the suit that suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not really good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. And she's talking about it. Oh, God. So what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, it's kind of the style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems that have been putting emphasis and timing between their words and lines. When performed out loud, it's really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with everyone. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark ink puddle. So just move your hand and just go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So, yeah, let's do Sayori or Yuri. Sayori or Yuri?
Yuri.
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is the first time you're writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading it though. So it's that bad. No! Did I raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick them up. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you can be blamed for. There are so many skills and techniques that go into writing every simple poem, even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but it all comes down to practice, learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the class gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I thought I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Sayuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The twindles of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Street light. Interesting. I love my voice. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, really? It took you a long time to... Fuck you! Can't be actually timing it, bro. Well, I don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about ghosts at all, Sads. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of this poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to go into the past, to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. But remember that it won't be long before you pick up on those things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll keep trying. I'm counting on you. What up, Sayori? Oh my goodness. That's so good, Sads. Huh? I love it! I had no idea you're such a good writer. Sayori, I must have seriously... you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer as... I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either! Ha! Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem, it's a sad poem! And that makes it extra special. Like, I feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. Whoa. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. No mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? Pardon me. It's like I said before, Sads. Deep, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I really am really bad at this. Well, let's see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to tell me to get out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write it? No! Just a little bit. You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. Aha! This was so much fun! Monica's the best! Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write that poem, the best poem ever! Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. As if everybody is judging me with my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I need. That's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with the language? Did you say something? Oh, nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was just trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I really didn't want to hear. Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, Sad did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of your own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Sad's liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh! I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri! That's not what You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Sad appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Sad started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting guys! Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they noticed I was standing there. Sad! She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate this simple writing is more effective,
place? What's the point of making poems so convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Sads.
Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep, expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey expressive feelings and meaning of the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Sans? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think I think more highly of me. Of course, that's going to be... Natsuki glances at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't even bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! What? Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Sad.
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri that what a suck-up jerk she's being.
She would never... It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is why. This is exactly why. Exactly nobody likes. Stop!
Mitsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Mitsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings with just so few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint a beautiful picture in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are you fighting?
Because...
Well...
Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful.
Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri washes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, this is why Sayori is vice president? I whispered to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a great leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. You know that. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori isn't amazing on her own, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Excuse me. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. I think that's about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing your poems? It was lots of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Sads, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about this with everyone.
Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job in impressing those that I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Sad! Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say that I'm enjoying it either. I'm not enjoying it either. Sayuri, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Itsuki, does that thing happen often?
No. That is really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Sads, it's nice that I got to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone makes me feel the happiest. I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun.
It looks like Sayuri still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayuri. I pat Sayuri on the shoulders. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayuri as an internal dialogue sometimes. Okay, let's do this. So let's make her happy before she oh shit. Oh. Oh. Vacation. Oh. Massacre Cage. Uncanny Love. Love! Everybody say love! Love. Another day passes. It's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little bit more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, that usual scene greets me. Hey, Sads! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to being in the good company.
I see. That's pretty simple thing that gets you in a good mood. But I guess it's always a simple thing with you anyways.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons.
Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Well, that's all of a sudden.
No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. She turns it upside down, lets its contents spill onto the desk, with 2 small coins falling out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry or wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all of your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one thing, you're always hungry, and so that only leaves the one option. Oh, I give up. I don't want to feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't even notice that she was listening in. Her face in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Sad to let me borrow some money! That's... Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Wow. That's so mean after yesterday she got her in her shit. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. Oh. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side to you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad. Now I have to accept the retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess that's a little devil in all of us, isn't it? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys from the beginning of bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't even have come if I weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Mitsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and topples onto the desk. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is it a miracle? It's just because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but I heard you blab about the cupcake. It was totally fun seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So hot. Sayori suddenly gasps. Clasps her hand over her mouth. I bit my tongue! You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. Why did her voice change? I don't know. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori, out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki and wraps her arm around her. Jeez! I get it! Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh! Sayori suddenly leans down to take a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayuri trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayuri?
Mitsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Huh? Where's Monica anyways?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today?
Not me.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual.
I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She's probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all.
You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry.
There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Huh?
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was performing piano.
Piano?
I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica.
I don't really.
I kinda just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool! I should play something. You should play something for us, Monica.
Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay!
That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Sads. Monica smiles sweetly. I don't mean to any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a lot recently. And I really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks!
So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, I'm dying. Not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. It looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into my nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little bit too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I closed my eyes and ended up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't just give up.
The festival is our chance to show everyone the literature club is all about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds so dense and intellectual. It's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way to show that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. Mm. That doesn't solve the problem, though. Huh? What do you mean? Even if we come up with most most fun things ever, no one will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayuri is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, good point. In that case, do you think the food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. And that works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need work to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayuri is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayuri can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder if it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, I open my eyes to find Sayuri's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry! Wait, I actually am not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does your school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in the club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see Monica. If Monica overheard. It's true though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayuri. It's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefits of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayuri, it's written all over you. Sayuri glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayuri's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't even straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right there. I tried to wipe the stain off with my finger. But nobody would ever notice. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Unfortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie! And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. You don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayuri. Why do you think that you could have a boyfriend? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean! Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have your friend who does this kind of things.
Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it. If you ever button it, it would have no.
If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about?
It means my boobs got bigger again.
Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. So, how does it feel strange to see Sayuri's blazer buttoned up like this? But it's so stuffy.
It's so stuffy. Oh, it's not worth it at all.
Sayuri unbuttons her blazer once more. Oh.
Phew. So much better.
Sayuri puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying this like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do this, do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you could come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayuri.
Oh, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Monica suddenly calls out.
Why don't we share the poems we wrote? Yay! Sads, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayuri still trots away to retrieve her poem. Okay, so I'm gonna do this in a sec. I need to pee. And do you want food now? Like, oh shit.